right. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for being here. My name is JD Telford. I'm an admissions counselor here at Baylor University. We've got Dr. Davis here to talk to us a little bit more about Baylor mathematics. Thank you all for being here this morning. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Dr. Davis, and he can begin the presentation. We'll have a little bit of time at the end for questions, and if y'all do think of anything, y'all can put it in the Q&A or the chat. We'll begin to as well, about 10 minutes for questions at the end.
Okay, let me go ahead and share my screen, JD. I don't know if you need to allow me to. It's not letting me right now. But while he's doing that, welcome. Like he said, my name is Dr. John Davis. I'm a professor of mathematics and also the undergraduate program director for mathematics. And we just want to take a few minutes this morning to talk to you about mathematics at Baylor, talk about the degree options, some of the job options and things like that. And there we go, we're able to share. And hopefully you're all seeing that. Please don't be shy. If you've got questions, you can hold on to them or you can type them in the chat and JD will moderate that. But the most important thing is we want you to get the information that you're seeking out of this. So let me give you a kind of a quick rundown of about Baylor mathematics, and we will go from there. Okay, let's see. There you go. So that's who I am. And then here's just our mission statement for mathematics. The mission of the Department of Mathematics is to provide quality mathematics instruction. That's very, very important to us at all levels, to make significant contributions to the discovery and dissemination of mathematical knowledge. So we don't only want to teach, we want to be contributors to the discovery of knowledge in mathematics, and to develop within a Christian environment ethical scholars, skilled professionals, and educated leaders who are sensitive to the needs of society. Okay, so to tell you a little bit about our department, we have about 40 faculty. We offer a Bachelor of Arts, a Bachelor of Science. We have two options within that, the Bachelor of Science in Mathematics or pure mathematics. You can think theoretical mathematics, and then a BS in applied mathematics. And we also offer PhDs in a variety of areas. Basically, you'll find every major area of mathematics covered at Baylor. Even though we're not a huge department, we're not a tiny department either. We're in a kind of a medium-sized department, but we offer basically in all of the major fields of mathematics, we have research representation within. My subfield, my specialty is in analysis, particularly in differential equations. I do both theoretical math and also applied math. To give you a feeling of the size and the number of majors we have about 150 majors and secondary majors combined. Secondary majors are our name for like double majors. So, and then we have about 300 minors. So that means that there's lots of majors and minors that are populating our courses. That means that you have a rich selection of courses to choose from when you get into the upper level, but there's plenty of students to populate these courses without too many students that they're packed. Just a real quick rundown that if you want to do the BA in pure mathematics, now to be honest, this is our least popular option. Very similar to the BA and the BS in math. If you look on our website or you look in the course catalog, you can see some of the subtle distinctions. It has to do with the amount of science classes that you take. The mathematics content is almost the same. If you contrast that with, I'm going to show you our BS in pure math and applied math here in just a little bit to give you an idea about our courses. At the freshman and sophomore level, basically, no matter what type of math major you are, or if you want to do a secondary major or you want to do a minor, everyone's going to take calculus 1, 2, and 3. Everyone's going to take linear algebra. Everyone's going to take our course Math 3300, which is called Foundations of Mathematics, which is basically an entryway into proving theorems and giving you kind of a course on the coming attractions of all the different branches and types of mathematics that you can do. So you can find out, am I more of a person that wants to do modeling and applications with differential equations, or am I somebody that wants to study more theoretical things like number theory or combinatorics or algebra? It gives you sort of the lay of the land so that you can figure out where you might want to tailor some of your course options to. As a junior, students often take Intro to Analysis, which is their first, one of their first major proof courses, which is basically proving all of the theorems and understanding all of the theory that undergirds calculus. They also take a course called Foundations of Combinatorics and Algebra, which begins to show them the different types of arguments that you make in different fields, the discrete type arguments and the counting arguments, and the algebraic arguments, which are very different than analysis. It's common for students to take ordinary differential equations and then partial differential equations, and some choose to take mathematical modeling if that's something of interest to them. Some of the choices, some of these are choices and some of these are have-tos. Like for the BS in pure math, you have to take the advanced calculus sequence. This is our sequence that prepares you if you want to go to graduate school, and also our abstract algebra, again, preparing you to go to graduate school, and is almost like a capstone course for tying together everything that you've learned to this point. And then some options that people take. We have courses in complex variables, numerical analysis. We have lots of courses in that, cryptology, coding, number theory, and there's a lot more courses than this. You can just look at our course descriptions on our website to see the plethora of options that are available to you. This is just to give you a feeling for the kinds of things that you'd have a chance to study. Things that aren't listed here are statistics courses. If you're in the BS and applied math, you can take statistics sub-concentration if they're interested in like actuarial science or those types of things. So big data, machine learning, those kinds of things. You can also do that as a math major. So here's the BS in pure math is 39 semester hours of math courses. 27 of those are upper level classes. Upper level is defined as junior or senior, so 3,000 or 4,000 level courses. And you take 8 semesters of lab sciences. Okay. And then the BS in applied math, they basically all these have the same core courses, math courses that everyone takes, but where they distinguish from one another is in the upper level options. So again, 39 semester hours, 13 classes of math courses, and then 27 hours, that's 9 classes of upper level applied specialty. And to make sure you get some depth in a specialty, you get to choose from a concentration area that's either statistics, mathematical modeling, or numerical analysis. So that just gives you some depth within a single concentration. Okay. For a minor in math, so I would say that even if you don't think that you want to major in math, a minor in math is a great resume builder. It really helps separate you when you're in the job market. It shows your quantitative sort of weight there that you've taken hard classes and that you're able to think in a very rigorous way. They're very popular. Our engineering majors almost for free get a math minor. They basically have to take 1 extra class than what engineering demands of them. And it's 21 semester hours, that's 7 classes. Everyone takes Cal 1, 2, and 3. They take linear algebra, and then you choose 3 other classes. Oftentimes a student will take foundations, they'll take differential equations, and then it really varies what the other course might be. It might be a stat course, it might be another differential equations course, it could be a number theory course, it could be wherever their interests lie. For a secondary major in math, so this is like if you're going to major in, whatever you want to, engineering, or you want to major in classics, or you're in the honors college or a university scholar, and then you want to major in one thing, but you want to double major in mathematics. This outlines what is needed to do that. So I see that we got a question in the chat. It says, does scoring highly on AP, Calculus, AB, and BC exams take the place of Calculus 1 and 2? I'm going to get to that in just a minute, but the answer to that is yes. If you score a 4 or a 5, Calculus 1. If you score a 3 or higher on the BC exam, you'll get credit for our Calculus 1 and 2. So a little bit farther down the road, right out the gate, but yes, it does count. Okay. Let's see. All right. So one question that's often asked by students and parents is, what do mathematicians do? A lot of times they think, well, you have to be a teacher. And it turns out that academia is a major employer of mathematics, but it's not even the single majority of employer of mathematicians. Our students, and I'll show you a slide here in just a moment of showing where recent Baylor graduates have landed jobs. Really, anyone that wants to hire a problem solver or a communicator that might communicate in a mathematical, scientific way with other people doing quantitative problem solving. That could be with engineers, computer scientists, finance, lots of different subfields. That this is employed. So it's not just like you have to go and be a school teacher or you have to go teach in college. There's lots of other things that you can do. All right. I realize that this is tiny. At this, there are teachers that are sprinkled throughout there, but there's lots of other things that are in there also. Engineering firms, tech firms, banks, various places like that. Our Career Center can help you tailor your application to make yourself competitive and define where those job opportunities are. But it's not just being a teacher. Okay. One thing that's also very important to students and parents is to know about scholarships, specifically mathematics specific scholarships. So here's just a rundown. We do have a lot of mathematics specific scholarships. And so please check this out on our departmental website. It's really easy to apply, and everyone that applies is considered. Okay. And we really spread these scholarships around. So I encourage you, whether you think you're going to get it or not, or you're competitive or not, definitely apply for the scholarships. We give a lot of these away. Okay. Also, why Baylor mathematics? You could study mathematics at a lot of places. And I think things that Baylor has really going for it, sort of Baylor distinctives, are I think our size, truthfully, is in that sweet spot to where we're not so huge that you get lost, but we're not so tiny that our offerings are small. So we're in that sweet spot where we know our students. For example, I'm teaching a 4,000 level course this semester called Systems of Differential Equations. I have 18 students in it. I have 6 that are math majors. I have 6 that are engineering majors. And I have 6 that are sprinkled in various things: business, some are in economics, some are in other sciences, some are in statistics and things like that. I know all of my students' names, and I have a conversational relationship with all of them. And those aren't all math majors. That just kind of gives you a feel. So a strong emphasis on teaching. Our professors teach up and down the curriculum. So you could have a professor for Calculus 1, and you could have a professor for your senior level courses. We have some courses, and this varies depending on the professor and depending on the type of course, where technology is incorporated into our classes. All of my students, my door is open, my Zoom door is open. And like I said, I know my students on a first name basis. Within a lot of them I knew before I've had them before, or I know them. But the ones that I'd never even seen before, I knew them by the second or the third week of class. There's also, this should not be undersold here, is that the opportunities to participate in current research. I think that's a very exciting thing. So if you wanted to get to know what do mathematicians actually do, or you think you might want to go to graduate school and get a master's or a PhD, come and talk to me, email me, and we can let you know about the undergraduate research opportunities that are in our department. Going hand in hand with that, we have lots of special topics classes over content specific things, whether it's cryptography or certain areas of applied math that can really be besides the things that are just in the standard curriculum. So that's exciting. Here's my little blurb on the AP exam that I already told you about. And also for those that are interested in math education and want to go get secondary, to teach in secondary schools, that we have that available as well. Okay. So I want to try to leave a reasonable amount of time. Here's my email address. Please note the M, and it doesn't show up well on the slide, but it is John_M_Davis. You can feel free to email me, but I want to make sure that you get a chance to get your questions asked. So we have one in the chat right now, and feel free to speak up, or you can put your answer in the chat. And we want to make sure that we get what you want taken care of. So this says, if you have taken the calculus series at a community college, as well as a few other higher level courses, will those be able to transfer? The answer, it depends on the course. It depends on the institution. I'm the person that handles the transfer credit evaluations for mathematics. So what happens is, if your courses align with our courses, then you do get credit for them if they're college credit courses. So it is important that, some students say, hey, I took calculus in high school. taking calculus in high school doesn't get you college credit, but if it's dual enrollment and the course is equivalent to ours, then that stuff transfers. And that could be true about calculus 1, calculus 2, calculus 3, linear algebra, differential equations. We handle tons and tons of Cal 1 and Cal 2 transfers. Cal 1 is obviously the most common, but we handle them across things. So yes, our goal is to try to get you the credit that matches our courses. And our courses are pretty standard, so it's pretty easy to match. The vast majority of them do match, but not all of them match. Were there other questions? Any other questions? I'm happy to help.
That appears to be all the questions for now.
Okay.
Folks, if you do have if anything else comes up kind of throughout the day, or you're thinking about it later on, please feel free to reach out to Dr. Davis or myself, and I can guide y'all to the correct spot. We thank you all for being here. Dr. Davis, thanks so much for sharing more about Baylor mathematics with us this morning, and we hope you all enjoy the rest of your spring premiere.
Thank you,
everybody.
Appreciate it.